All right, Kenneth, here we go.
At the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify characteristics of the major investment categories, identify characteristics of the three main investment strategies, use free allocation tools on the web to determine your investment style, and create a personal allocation plan. A 401k is the most popular retirement plan now offered by employers.
Okay, before we get into this, what I did like was that you're talking about, first of all, I like the way you set this up with little music. And then I like the way you got into the objectives right away, which was very nice. I think you needed like a second pause here. Now, there's a disconnect kind of between this objective screen and then we get right into 401ks. Okay, we're in an overview. What is a 401k, 403b? That's fine, but that's not.
At the end of this lesson,
what we might want to do is
identify characteristics of the major investment categories.
Identify the characteristics. What are the major investment categories? Start there, and then go into the 401k.
Is the most popular retirement plan now offered by employers. It has replaced the traditional pension plan that was popular.
So maybe instead of this being called overview, it says.
At the end of this lesson, you will be able to
characteristics or major investment categories.
A 401k is the most popular retirement plan now offered by employers. It has replaced the traditional pension plan that was popular up until the mid-1980s. In a nonprofit company, this type of retirement plan is known as a 403b. Employees are responsible for customizing their own investment strategy from a given set of options within the company's 401k plan. This means that you must choose which categories in which to invest your money, and you must just...
Okay, so you give a good overview of the 401k, but it'd be great if we could see some other options here.
Decide what percentage of the money you'll invest into each of the categories. This is known as an allocation strategy. Mutual funds are the most popular choice people select in their 401k and 403b plans. Mutual funds are a way to invest in a particular type of stock or bond without actually picking a specific company.
Okay.
Stocks, also known as equities, are a way of buying a share of a company. When a company is doing well, the value of its shares go up. When a company is not doing so well, its stock value goes down. This is why stocks are the most volatile type of investment. Over long periods of time, stocks have been shown to have the greatest return on the money invested. Bonds are also referred to as fixed income. Bonds are a way of lending your money to a company. The return on bonds is typically less than stocks, but the rate of return is predetermined and guaranteed. In other words, you know exactly how much you will receive over a given period of time. For instance, a bond fund may pay 4% over a 2-year period. Generally, the longer the maturity date, which is when you get your invested money back, the greater the interest. Money market funds are a way of saving cash within your retirement plan. The rate of return is the lowest of all the investment options, but is typically higher than a bank savings account. When enough money accumulates in a money market fund, it's typically used to buy.
This is actually really good, but your first slide where it's for your 401k, that is also an investment option. So I would change that to investment option, and then change your first slide where you say investment categories, call that investment options as well. And then I believe your first slide you do talk about strategies. So
feel comfortable with versus how big a reward they want. How far away a person is from retirement is also a factor. The way the money is divided up is known as an allocation strategy or plan. People whose main concern is not losing money, sometimes referred to as capital preservation, tend to use a conservative strategy and will invest heavily in bonds and money market funds.
Hang on a second. Okay. The name of your... Okay. First 401k. You're really talking about the 401k here.
At the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify characteristics of the major investment categories.
Okay. I just want you to add a sentence there. Major investment categories within a 401k. All right? Then everything else works. And then when we get here...
A 401k is the most
popular. Then this overview works. That's fine. And then here's your investment options. Now then, This, where you get into identify major investment categories, it's really options, and then you go into strategies, which is the same vernacular you're using, and then you go into styles, whether you're aggressive or not. Excellent. So it's a minor change. It's just getting lost that you're actually talking only about a 401k, because while I like the sign, I think retirement with the 401 play thing got a little lost to me. All right. All right, let me keep going forward. Mutual funds, bonds, money market, real estate.
The different investment categories. The percentage of money that goes into each category is based on the amount of risk people feel comfortable with versus how big a reward they want. How far away a person is from retirement is also a factor. The way the money is divided up is known as an allocation strategy or plan. People whose main concern is not losing money, sometimes referred to as capital preservation, tend to use a conservative strategy and will invest heavily in bonds and money market funds. Stocks in what's called the large cap category, meaning stable companies with lots of money, can fit within a conservative investment strategy. The conservative strategy is also good when a person is close to retirement because there is less time to make up for any losses that may occur from using an aggressive strategy.
Just going to move this forward a little bit. Excellent. Good visuals. Great visual for style.
Along with recommendations on how to allocate your funds. The sites we're going to use are all companies you may have heard of and do not require you to invest with them or to provide any personal information. This page has links to 3 different websites. Move your mouse over the company name to display a brief description of the site. Click on the link to open the website, which will open in its own window.
Okay. I would use Camtasia and do exactly what I'm doing here. Where you you got to fix this. Were you able to use the web tools to find your investments? This is not correct. It would not be true or false. It would be yes or no. And where would be a location. So this question doesn't make sense. Were you comfortable with the allocation plan that was recommended? This would be yes or no. If you're a conservative investor, you're not putting your money in bonds? Really? I'm conservative. I put my money in bonds. I would check that. Balanced investor. You wouldn't put your money in real estate? Really? I put my money in all real estate. Bonds have risk. You just said that it guaranteed a return, so why is there risk? I don't understand that. Oh, I like this. Yay. I like that. That was nice. But I failed. Okay, let's continue. I can get past the review of my quiz. All right, now, I like this. I just think you had some minor things, and you've got this. Your voice is perfect. Honestly, you did a really nice job there. Your music, great selection. And all you really need to do is, like it says, retirement 401k plan. You might say, planning for retirement. your first 401k plan. And then when you get into your slides, my first 401k plan makes sense. And your objectives, you just need to change the word categories to options. So that's what you call them here. And then you got it. Nice job.